So I'm going to go ahead and give you an idea of what day 3 of the strategy that I presented maybe 3 videos ago that was designed to get you as strong as fucking possible in the shortest period of time for whatever lift that you want to get better at. Give you an idea of what that workout would look like should you want to practically apply this information. Now day 3 was the multi-contraction day. The purpose was to develop the contractile strength of the muscles involved in a lift that you want to get better at and to learn to harness the power of the stretch reflex. Both of these qualities contribute to your overall capacity to showcase your strength. So you want to include methods and types of contractions into your strategy that will develop these qualities. So on this specific day, you want to perform roughly 18 paused reps and roughly 18 explosive reps of the lift that you want to get better at. So whether it's a squat or a bench press, you're just doing that exercise, but this is how you're doing it, using roughly 60% of what you could lift for one. Now, if that's too heavy for you and you can't do the work the way you need to promote the response, then just fucking lower the weight a little bit. That is just a guideline. There's no magic in the numbers. Make the appropriate course correction based on the way your body is responding and reacting to the work that you're doing. Now, as it relates to paused reps, I'm talking about a full pause for like 2 to 3 seconds when you get to the bottom of the range of motion to allow the elastic energy to dissipate and increase the demand on the muscles. On the other end of the spectrum, when we're talking about explosive reps, we're talking about a rapid descent to the bottom of the range of motion and then a very aggressive turnaround to push the weight back up. So if you're doing a squat or a bench press, almost bouncing out of the bottom position and learning to harness the power of the stretch reflex, because it's going to contribute to your capacity to showcase your strength by like 15 to 20%. So if you can learn how to utilize that, you'll be able to showcase a greater amount of strength. Now, the way you do the work is totally up to you. You can do all the paused reps first, you can do all the explosive reps first, or you can do a contrast method where you alternate a set of paused reps with a set of explosive reps, or you can include paused and explosive into the same set. But if performance starts to decline, you're defeating the purpose of why you're doing what you're doing in the first place. So don't get too silly with this and do a bunch of paused, bunch of explosive, and do very high rep sets. You want to keep the reps under 6 for the most part. That way all the reps will be done, hopefully, as perfectly as possible to promote the response that you're there to get and why you're doing what you're doing in the fucking first place. Now, on this day, you can use bands or chains to basically teach yourself the concept of acceleration and enhance the rate of recruitment. This is one of the neural aspects that contributes to your overall capacity to showcase your strength. So these tools can be used to facilitate that response. After this day is done, you're going to want to take a day off because the next day in the strategy is going to be very demanding. Now, on the off day, you can train the rest of the body, but don't overwork your capacity to recover. Don't do it to a point that you're so fucking sore that it negatively affects performance on the 4th day of this strategy, or you just take the fucking day off. And that's the workout there. So that's an example of what day 3 looks like. You like the information, share it, click the fucking button at the bottom, subscribe to the channel. Next up is day 4.